Welcome to Barron's Roundtable, where we get behind the headlines and prepare you for the week ahead. I'm Jack Otter. Coming up, smart stock picking in uncertain times, insights from the new Barron's Investor Circle. Plus, how to invest in a bubble. Research Affiliates founder Rob Arnott reveals where he still sees nearly double-digit returns. We begin with our expert panel and three things investors ought to be thinking about right now. On the Barron's Roundtable, my colleagues Ben Levison, Elizabeth O'Brien, and Al Root. So, Ben, it was kind of an ugly week in the market, and then we saw a bid at the end of the day on Friday, but that didn't really save tech.
Yeah, it didn't save tech at all. The NASDAQ still had its worst week since the week ended April 4th. That was Liberation Day period. And there were a lot of things that people blamed for this. They blamed the shutdown, and the airlines are going to have a mess. They blame not having payroll, so we looked at other data or job data that was kind of bad. Valuations are high. We don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. And we even saw with some of these stocks, they had great earnings, but they're expensive and they fell. There's things like Palantir, Norwegian Cruise Lines, and Qualcomm. I don't think any of these things, though, were unknown last week. I think this is more that just, the stocks have had a really good year. There are a lot of uncertainties out there. And you know what? People decided this is a good time to take some profits.
A really good 15 years, arguably.
Yeah, very much so.
So when you're listing all of these known things that nobody worried about before, suddenly they're worried about. I'm always on the lookout for ring the bell at the top. Ben, is this a sign of a peak?
It could be. We look at things like Bitcoin. Bitcoin actually entered a bear market this week. It also bounced on Friday. That could be a sign, that risk-taking, the winds are really coming out of that sale, and that there also liquidity could be coming out of the market. And then you just do have to worry because any moment could really be the top. But you also look at other things like earnings and whatnot that suggest that, the economy's still going okay. Companies are still making a lot of money. Maybe there's still more upside. And this is just something that's about positioning, and we'll find a floor someplace, and then people start buying again.
So maybe we'll get a deal to reopen government. I don't know. We had just another Friday with no jobs report, first Friday of the month. Absent government data, what will you be looking at next week?
Well, I'm going to start with earnings. We're past the big guys, but we do have things like shoes, Birkenstocks, and On Holdings. We're going to get second-tier tech companies like Cisco, which is still trying to get back to where it was during the dot-com boom. And we're even going to get Walt Disney, which is embroiled in a carriage dispute with ABC and ESPN.
Yeah, I need answers on why I wasn't able to watch Monday Night Football this week.
Because they can't get along. But no, really, what I think we need to pay attention to is the shutdown. How much of an impact is this going to have, will the airlines have on the economy? And if it does drag on too long and more things start to close down, it could be a problem. So we'll be watching that.
Okay. Al, instead of watching the Seahawks, you're watching Tylenol,
yes.
Kenvue, Kimberly-Clark. Tell us about that deal.
This deal feels like to me it came out of left field. Kimberly-Clark, Kleenex, and Huggies made a near $50 billion bid for Kenvue, which is Band-Aids and Tylenol. Both companies have struggled to grow. And when you can't grow, it's time for synergies. So Mike Hugh, the CEO of Kimberly-Clark, wants to squeeze $2.1 billion in synergies. That's cost reductions and also maybe some natural synergies. There's a lot of that stuff that ends up in the same place at CVS, so maybe you can leverage selling costs.
Aisles 11 and 12.
Yeah, aisles 11 and 12. So Wall Street didn't love the deal. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. There could be a reprieve because both shareholder groups have to approve it. Kimberly-Clark shareholders are sort of scratching their heads saying, what are we doing buying Tylenol liabilities? And if Tylenol gets better, Kenvue investors will be like, well, why am I selling at bottom of the barrel prices?
And Kenvue is still trading at 11% below the offer price. That's a larger arb than normal.
Yeah, that is an indication that investors are thinking twice.
Alrighty. Elizabeth, President Trump announced that he had nudged forward a deal for Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly to sell their GLP-1 drugs at a lower price. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. For all the buzz around these GLP-1 drugs, they've been hard for consumers to get their hands on at a price that people can afford. Now, under this new deal, the fat drug, as President Trump called them, will be available to cash-paying consumers through Trump RX for a price of around $350 a month for Novo Nordisk's Wegovy and an average of $346 a month for Eli Lilly's Zepbound. It's down from about $500 today.
But the headlines I've seen said $149.
Yeah, that's for a pill that's not even available yet.
Okay, yeah. People would prefer a pill than a shot.
Indeed, yeah. Yeah.
So one thing we didn't see, though, was much of a stock move on this. Why not?
Yeah, that's right. The companies are getting a 3-year reprieve from tariffs for this, so that's a good thing. And also, the companies might be figuring they'll make up for lost sales by through more volume.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that when the government says you can't sell it for as much as you'd like to, that's not good for a stock.
Not good,
But
not
no
good. But
tariffs are
hopefully
good.
they'll be selling it to a lot more people. And one interesting thing is, under the deal, people on Medicare will have a $50 copay for these weight loss drugs, which is a big deal because previously Medicare would not cover them just for weight loss. You had to have a other condition like diabetes as well.
That opens up a huge potential market. We're just about out of time, but you made an interesting observation earlier that this may become kind of a lifestyle thing now.
Yeah, the lower prices could lead to us using GLP-1 drugs maybe as we use Botox or we color our grays just as part of regular maintenance.
And it's the price of a gym membership.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, guys.